What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel, Deconstructing Narcissism. Today I wanted to make a video again on the baby boomers, the narcissistic baby boomers, the most selfish generation, the most greedy, most selfish generation that has ever existed on the face of this planet, and one generation has done more damage. No other generation has done more damage than the baby boomers. But that's a video for another topic. But today I wanted to talk about how narcissistic baby boomer parents have kids. They don't have kids for the right reasons. They don't have kids to nurture them or take care of them. They have kids as a life insurance policy. They have kids so they have someone to take care of them in old age, and so they don't have to use their own money to take care of themselves in case they don't have the money. So baby boomer parents, they don't, in narcissistic baby boomer parents, in any sense of the word, they don't have kids to nourish or protect you or do anything, and none of that. It's quite the opposite. They literally have you as a life insurance policy so they can be taken care of in their old age. Okay, that's the only reason. Oh, of course, in control. They don't. Again, all narcissists are like this, but especially the baby boomers. Something with the baby boomers. They treat their kids as if they're like dolls. Okay, growing up, I remember just seeing my mom and my brother my mom would just treat them like they're little dress-up dolls, to be dressed up and to do like her bidding or whatever she wanted them to do. My life and my brother's life and my sister's life were very controlled. My sister's still enmeshed with my mom, like just in a disgusting way that nobody should be meshed with somebody. Like she has been babied and babied and babied and babied and babied and babied and babied, and my mom literally never. But I mean, that was part of the plan. My mom's plan was to make my sister the golden child, the baby golden child, the whole "look at my mini-me" kind of thing. God, I hate that word, mini-me. It's just so disgusting. But yeah, that's what she turned my sister into. My sister is so enmeshed with my mother. I mean, like, I have a story to tell you, okay? I mean, I was in the car when I was living with those two fucking disgraces for parents. Anyway, we were going towards, I think it was a restaurant or something, and my sister had brought up the question to my mom. She said, well, what do you think I should get for college next year? What food do you think I should get? Like, she's so, like, I love her, but she's so enmeshed with my mother that, I mean, she couldn't, like, I remember when we were in the car, she couldn't even figure out what kind of food she wanted to stock her college dorm with without asking my mom. It's like, why are you asking permission? You're a grown fucking adult. Why are you asking mom for permission on what you can and can't stock in the dorm? What food you can and can't buy? Why is it even a question? And my brother, oh jeez, my brother, I mean, my brother was especially enmeshed with my mom. All of us were. All of us really were. Okay, my brother had more freedom to go out with his friends and do things when he got older. But yeah, as a scapegoat, I got the shit end of the stick big time. Okay, I wasn't allowed. Growing up, I was always in earshot of my mom. Okay, if I was going to my friend's house or something, my mom would either go along with me to my friend's house, or she would be calling and texting especially when the only reason I got a phone when I was about 15. But the only reason I got that phone was so she could text me and keep and control me and keep in contact with me. But you know, growing up, going to friend's house was a chore. I had to beg my mom to go to a friend's house. When I did go to a friend's house, she was calling my friend's mom and checking in on me and seeing how I was doing, and then she would randomly show up whenever she wanted to. I didn't get a choice, of course. You know, even if I just got there, she would randomly show up, pull me out, and take me back home, whatever she wanted. I wasn't, as a kid, I wasn't really allowed to go around the bike. I remember I wasn't allowed to go around the block as a kid. I remember being like 11, 12 years old and being yelled at. Going around the block as a kid on my bike and then coming back and actually being yelled at by my mom for going across, like, for riding around the neighborhood on my bike. And where I grew up in Lake Zurich is, I'm not going to explain what state it is, but Lake Zurich is really one of the richest neighborhoods in my state. Okay, so it's not like I'm living in the ghetto, getting shot at every day, or there's groups of gangs walking around with knives and baseball bats. Okay, this is a nice white neighborhood. Not that I'm racist, but I'm just saying, like, white people live there. Rich white people live there, and the crime rate in Lake Zurich is very, very low. Crime, it doesn't happen in Lake Zurich much, not very often. So, the fact that I couldn't really do anything as a kid. I mean, I remember asking my mom, like, anytime I wanted to go out of my mom's sight, she would always be like, well, you can, I would say, she would be like, well, you can go outside. I'm like, no, I can't, because I can't go anywhere. She's like, well, you can go in the backyard. As long as I keep an eye on you. I can keep an eye on you. That way I can keep an eye on you through the window in the backyard. And I was just like, I constantly had to be in my mother's sights. I mean, I was pinned under that level of control, to the point where I had no freedom to go anywhere as a kid. Like, anywhere. I mean, I like I said, I just asking, for permission to go to a friend's house was just a huge fucking chore. It was just a huge deal. It was almost like I had to beg to go somewhere, to go to a friend's house. And if I went anywhere else with my friend without asking, or if I didn't text every hour or two, then she would be furious when I get home. I mean, the text would be just coming in, and I felt like I had no control of my life whatsoever. I couldn't, I remember for the longest time, even when I was an adult, and still trying to fucking leave that miserable fucking hellhole of a house that I was living under. I remember even as an adult, I wasn't allowed to go to, party. I couldn't go to parties. I couldn't go anywhere out of the state. I mean, when I was 16, 17, I wasn't even allowed to go to Walgreens. And the Walgreens, that was 5 minutes from my house, that you could walk to through the neighborhood and get there. In one of the safest, richest neighborhoods in the state. I wasn't even allowed to walk to the store with my friends. And that's the level of control that I was under. I wasn't allowed to do anything. So, I mean, what really happened, you might ask? Well, I got introduced to video games at an early age, and since I was under such strict control by my parents, video games were the only thing I had. Okay, so wasn't allowed to go anywhere. I had to beg to go to friends' houses, and even when I went to friends' houses, I had to constantly be in contact. My mom was calling my friend's mom, asking how I was doing, blah blah blah, and then my mom would come whenever she wanted and just pick me up whenever she felt like it. I had no say in anything. So it's I can't go outside unless I'm in the backyard within eyesight of my mom. I have to beg to go to friends' houses. I wasn't allowed to go to the store. No parties. Nowhere outside the city, pretty much. Obviously I could go outside the city when I was like, I obviously, like, not the state, but the city when I got older, like 19, 20, 21. Really I should be able to do it anyway when I'm 19, 20, 21. But like I said in my previous videos, my mom had such a grip and such control over me that I mean, pretty much I didn't have my own car. Like, she tricked me and she manipulated me into co-signing this car that I'm currently driving, so that if I ever wanted to leave home and walk away with the car, I couldn't, because she was still on the lease. So she had partial ownership of it as well. But I mean, it was so bad. It's the point where it was just like, okay, well, I can't go outside. I have to beg to go to friends' houses. I can't go to the store. I can't go to parties. I can't go downtown to the city. I can't leave the state. I can't go anywhere that might be like fun, basically. I have to constantly keep in contact with her. It's like, I pretty much just gave up. I was just like, well, I guess video games it is, because I'm not allowed to go anywhere. I'm not allowed to do anything. I'm under such a strict control. I feel like I'm in a fucking Saw movie trap with the two doors, or the two walls on each side, and they're closing in, and I'm getting crushed. Like, I had no say in anything I did in my life. So I stuck to video games, and pretty much throughout my childhood I was addicted. And even in my young adult years, I mean, I was addicted. Like, that's all I could do. Like, the only form of entertainment, way to escape reality and the abuse from my narcissistic mother and father, was to go into video games, to literally go upstairs into my room, close and lock the door, and trap myself inside for 10 to 12 hours and just play video games. That was the only fucking thing I could do. I mean, when I tell you that the misery and the sadness that they put me through, I mean, there's no words to describe everything that they put me through. I was a slave. I was literally a slave to them. Okay. But anyway, I think I'm going to end this video here. Thank you all to my subscribers. Thank you to everybody watching this rant. I just wanted to make, I'm at home now, so I'm going to get out of the car. But until next time, guys, deconstructing narcissism. Talk to you guys in the next one. Peace.